Hi guys, mindset training number 17 is discipline. And I know I've always said there's no golden bullet to anything, like fat loss or like that, but there is a golden bullet. There is one, and it's discipline. So we don't just wake up with discipline. It takes a long time to be very disciplined. But most successful people in the world, they're all highly disciplined and they work on it every day. So like anyone else can build theirs, we can build ours. So I've wrote a bit of a thing here, so bear with me. We do it by doing what we know we need to do, even though we don't feel like doing it. So we know we've got to do it, and we build a discipline by actually going and doing it, and not by ignoring it and putting it back to the bottom of the pile. And that becomes, we become quite disciplined in doing what we know we need to do. So it's like motivation. People struggle and they say, I just don't feel motivated. And I never get why people say that. It's normally because they don't want to do it. And it's normally because they're lazy. But if you're saying you're not motivated, it's just because you just got no discipline to do it, to do anything, or to do that part of your life, if it's fitness or whatever. But it comes from seeing results. It becomes from you start seeing motivation from being disciplined. You start seeing it from being accountable, and you start seeing it from adhering to things that you said you were going to do. So it all ties in together. So if you're saying you're not motivated, it's just because you've got no discipline to do anything where you need to have. So it's like saying, practically, let's say, I'm lazy. If you're not doing something, and you're saying, I ain't got motivation, it's just because you're lazy. And I know, or you just don't have any willpower. Same thing, innit? But just get comfortable with saying it, because it's like a harsh truth, innit? But it's true, innit? If you say it, mean it, that you're going to do something, then go and do it. If you're not going to do it, or you're not going to do your exercise, it's not because you've got no motivation. It's practically because you're lazy, or you're not finding time to do it. You're not putting it high enough up ladder on your priority list that it's a priority. If you sat there just watching telly, it's because you've just got no discipline, and you need to have. I know it's harsh, and I get it, but really, it's because you just can't be arsed. So you need. But if it is because you can't be arsed, say it to yourself, own it, and do something about it, because it's only you that can do something about it. So it's easy to get steps in when it's sunny, and say you've planned to go on a walk with your friends. So all your friends are there. Like for me, you're walking around a car show with all your friends. You're not thinking about getting your steps in, but you look down at your watch, you go, bloody, I've done 12,000 steps, mint. But day after, there ain't no friends there. And day after, it's raining. Are you still going to do your 10k steps, minimum? Should do. If you're not, it's because you've got no discipline whatsoever. You've got to own it. You've got to be more disciplined. You've got to start getting up early. Get started on what it is you need to get done. Instead of laying in bed and pressing snooze 3-4 times, or being in bed for 10 hours, 11 hours at night. You don't need to be in bed that long. 8 hours. That means you've got 3 hours spare, where then you can't say, I ain't got time. And then later on at night, you sat there watching telly for 3 or 4 hours. It's crazy. So what you've got to do is really start to look at what it is that's not going right, what it is you're complaining about, and do something about it. Nobody, I don't believe anybody's a morning person. The fact if somebody gets up in a good mood every day is normally because they get up at that time every day and it's a habit and the body's fully awake. You know, if you're getting up at 6 o'clock every morning, it's the first time you've done it in months, you're going to feel like crap, you know what I mean? You're going to feel crap. If I've got up at 6 o'clock every morning for last year, I'm going to get up at 6 o'clock and just feel normal because I've done it. It's a habit. And you can do that as well. But anything that's worth having, it comes from hard work. Anything that's easy to get, it's usually not worth having. So you've got to ask yourself, how much do you want it and how much you're going to work at it? Because it'll be a big difference. It could be just improving your health. If you want an incredible body, if you want a new job, this dream job, this big house, this supercar, whatever it is, it takes a lot of work, a lot of graft to go and get it. It's not as easy. It doesn't just come on a plate, does it? It's not just an easy thing to get. So you've got to work at it. But same as your body, you've got to work at it and push and make it count. But you have to track all your food. You have to do some exercise. And you've got to sustain it. Because if you don't sustain it, you're not going to make any progress. You're going to start making progress and then go back, start getting back. If you sustain it and carry on doing it, you're just going to lose and lose and lose, and then you're going to realise how much a bigger difference you've made. Like I said, I always put these photos together. They make a big, big difference. But end of the day, I'm only passionate about seeing you change and about seeing your progress. But it doesn't just have to be in your health and fitness. It could be in your life as well. All these videos I do for you, take them and apply it to the rest of your life. I only talk from personal experience of what I've done. And I've been in quite a few jobs, and I deal with quite a lot of, I'd say, I can deal with some harsh people at work in engineering. I've been both ends of the spectrum here, and I've been stood up front dealing with customers down to dealing with a guy that's worked here 50 years and that's the way we're always going to do it. So I've got quite a lot of life experience in that. So take these videos, use this knowledge in the rest of your life by all means, but I'll only be happy when you start making progress and I start seeing your progress, especially when you start applying it to the rest of your life. But when your health gets better and you get fitter and you get more productive at work, and all of a sudden the rest of your life's changing, and you've got higher prospects because now you believe in yourself, your confidence has grown. It's endless. As much as you want to push it, you can do whatever you want to do. I'm a firm believer you can do anything you want to do. So ask yourselves, do my actions match my ambitions? If it's positive actions are going to take you close to your goal. Negative actions are going to take you further away from your goal. But realise, ask yourself the question all the time, is it taking me close to my goal? Is it taking me further away? And that can be in anything you're going to do, your next food choice. It could be if you're choosing to do some exercise or you sat watching telly. Is this benefiting me? Have I done enough today that I feel I've pushed myself and done 100%? If you haven't, you've still got time. Get something else done. Tomorrow's another day. You get up, you get a fresh start to do it again. You get a fresh start to make a new change. We need to be taking every day as it comes and doing what we can per day. Not just, I'll start next week. Or I've had a bad morning, I'll just leave the rest of today. I'll start again tomorrow. You can still make changes same day. But if you're watching telly, and I've been quite sparing with this, but if you're watching telly for 8 hours a week, it's not much, is it really? When you think 8 hours a week, it's like an hour a day, an hour and a bit a day. If you're watching telly for 8 hours a week and you're not where you want to be and you're not happy, you've really got to take a reality check. What are you doing? Because if you're not showing any progress, it's got to be a wake-up call, hasn't it? You're spending 8 hours a week. 8 hours, you can do a lot of stuff in 8 hours. And it doesn't just have to be health and fitness. It could be out to do with your job or anything. It could just be personal development. But 8 hours a week, it's a lot of time to watch telly. If you are where you want to be and you're smashing your goals and you've got up this morning, done your stretches, you've hydrated, your food's on point, you've had a grueler and exercise in gym or something, or you've been out for a long run or whatever else, watch an hour telly, by all means. But if you're not where you want to be, it's got to be a wake-up call. So if you want to make changes and you want to make your future look a lot different, you've got to start making these changes now so that in future it pays off. Because if you don't, you're going to be at the same place where you are now in years to come. Review what you're doing. Make a plan. Actually do it. Check it. Make sure you were happy with what you did. If not, adjust plan for tomorrow and then act on it. and do it again. And then make your plan a bit better, plan a bit better, plan a bit better. Until you get this robust plan of what you're doing. Monday to Friday, you're really happy. Saturday and Sunday, if you're not working, can be a bit more lenient. You don't really not have to plan an hour's training session because you know you've got a 3-hour gap to do it in or something. Do you know what I mean? Plan it, do it, check it, act on it. Remember your why. Remember your wins. You should be writing every day on your daily accountability posts what you've won at today and remembering how good you did today, even if it were a little thing. And then tomorrow you make it better and then list your daily wins, because if you don't, you soon forget and your mindset soon switches back. Like, I know some people have stopped tracking food because the mindset's just gone straight back. Oh, I'll just remember what I've had before. Never going to work. Never going to work. If you're not weighing stuff, you're not tracking stuff, I guarantee you'll end up putting weight back on. Guarantee, because these people have stopped checking in, which means they don't want to be embarrassed. Hence, they've put weight on. So, things you can do every day to keep disciplined. I want you to write these down. Get a pen and paper. Get up early. Even if it's 15 minutes earlier, get up earlier. Go to bed earlier. If you're going to bed at midnight and you're going up at 8 o'clock in the morning, go to bed at 10 and get up at 6. Get up at 6. You've got 2 hours extra in the morning. Don't do it all at once. Maybe half an hour this week, half an hour week after. If you do that, honestly, God, you'll end up with a lot of time spare. Track all food, good or bad, whatever it is, because you need to make that a habit of tracking food. At least you know when you look back, oh man, I went over my carbs by 60 gram. That's why I haven't lost weight this week. Fair enough. But make it better. If you don't track it, you've no idea. You're wasting your time. Watch these videos every day. Or do some kind of personal development training every day. Listen to a motivational speaker of some kind, whatever it is. Ant Middleton or something like that. I don't know. Whatever. Download an audiobook. Whatever it is you need to do. Keep your brain on point. Complete 10k steps every day. Every day, regardless. If you're doing it with your friends, if no one's there and it's raining, you still do 10k steps a day. If you do them in house, do them in house. I don't care how you do them. 10k steps a day. Everybody should be able to do them. And you should commit yourself to say you're going to complete it. Commit to yourself that you can do it, and you will. Practice saying no. Some people find it impossible to say no. Don't know why, but it's same with like buying things, drinking, smoking, social events, cheap meals, where they just can't say no. Learn to start saying no, and you'll soon start to make a lot more progress than what you have been. Honestly, these 5 things will have an impact on your life. And it should make you a lot more disciplined. Which sometimes I know is easier said than done. But you've got to start somewhere, you've got to start working on it. Because if you're just letting it go over your head, you're not going to get anywhere. And I want every one of you to make a difference. I want every one of you to show me a difference on your photos. That's when you started, that's where you are now. And I want to see your confidence. And I want to see the rest of your life changing as well. Thanks for tuning in, guys.